your final exam, you might be with a male singer. The male should be singing in the key of C, not in the key of G, it's too low. So every student, before you leave this room, please grab this lead sheet. It has 2 keys. Okay, so for guitar, I expect you to know the melody in both keys for week 11, not for today. All right, okay? By the way, guys, Thursday, week 11, 4 p.m. to 6 is what I'm planning. I have to ask you guys and see if that's possible. If you have a class at 4, come at 5. Okay, so think about your schedule for that week. It's one day earlier, and that means I can attend juries on Friday. Okay, so we'll touch base on that, but that's what I'm planning. So all of me today, Jinji next week, already gone after that. And there's several TAs that come on Friday, so I don't know who's going to be assigned, but I'm going to request it. Yeah, okay. Any questions? Are you going to, Franco, are you going to play brushes the whole time today?
No, I think I'm going to switch to the sticks.
Okay, at what time?
With chorus or?
I don't understand that, because every time we play A and B, that's a chorus. And then next time we play A and B, that's the second chorus. And the third time we play A and B is the third chorus. So which one? The vocal solo or the guitar solo?
Maybe guitar solo.
Let's do that. So brushes for 2 choruses, and then sticks for 3 choruses. This song doesn't have like a chorus part, right? The chorus is the whole form. Any questions? Okay, the tempo I'm thinking is you did it and did it and did it and did it and did it, bop. So let me know when you guys are ready. Okay, ready? Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm not good with you? Take my leg, I never lose them. Take my arm,
not too long of an arrangement. I think we could do 2 more and then 3. Okay. Kelly, so for the guitar, the comping sounds fine. It's great. Good time feel, good articulation and tone. When we do it in week 11, you don't have to do Freddie Green, right? Because that's more for a big band.
Yeah.
Where there's more melodic sounds and you're just part of the core rhythm section. But in week 11, play it like a small combo, just more modern, more free. Okay. But for today, keep doing what you're doing. And then regarding the solo, it was a good quality solo. It didn't feature a lot of space. So that's the only thing I would point out. Like, treat it like a breath. Like, you can only play when you exhale, and you can only inhale when you stop playing. Like a horn or like a voice. And then naturally your phrasing would be more like breathing. Something about the tone in the solo compared to the tone in the comping, it's, you know, hopefully one tone will cover both, but not always. So I feel like it could just be a little fatter somehow as opposed to thin. Okay. I don't know how to achieve that, but that's my impression. To make it more like a tenor sax sort of vibe. But besides that, everything's cool. Do you have any questions about the harmony or like applications of scales on top of that?
I think I got it because it's just 3-6-2-5.
Yeah, it's mostly half are diatonic, half are not.
Yeah.
I'll have a follow-up
What would you
question after
use?
this
What
thing.
would you use over like F sharp 13? Just like
Blue scale, honestly, because that's not in the original song. That's
Yeah.
just arranged.
like
right.
blue scale from.
I'm glad you pointed that out. So I felt like that was the in G.
Okay.
And there's no chord tones in there. You know, there might be one. It's just more about the fact that we go from F and we land back in G major.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a turnaround, sort of, and it has a nice chromaticism to it, like, that's a great spot. Even the last 2 bars is a great spot. You know, now that I think more, you should play a solo pickup. Even if it overlaps with her singing.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
typically we go, you took the part that once was my heart, so why not? Usually they break. Take all of break.
Yeah.
And then the band comes in 2 bars later, right?
Okay.
They're not gonna break, but you should play a solo pickup, which means you don't have to worry about the chords in those
Yeah.
last 2 bars. Just get ready to adjust your tone and stuff. You got the rhythm section behind you, so definitely play a pickup. You too, I don't remember if you did. All right, doesn't Sarah, did you listen to the right version this week? Who's the singer on that version? Doesn't she do a solo pickup? Can you play a single note A? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all the shoot to be
Yeah.
So you should sing a solo pickup too. That's where the solo starts. It doesn't have to be her solo, but
Okay.
you don't have to do what she did, but do what she's doing, you know? Okay. Now for the vocals, there's a lot of different ways to sing jazz, right? I think I want to ask for some particular things about your tone production. I think the vibrato is very fast and very narrow. So if you can slow it down and make it wider or use less, I think it's going to improve your tone production. And it'll give like a more sort of warm sound. It's not the way everybody sings jazz, and obviously every singer is different, but I want to ask for less vibrato or a more deliberate choice of how to apply vibrato. Not so fast and not so narrow, more slow and round sound. Besides that, just sing the vocal pickup. And the other thing I remember is after the solo, she changes the way she interprets the melody, like a lot, right? So, can I hear that single note A again, Sarah? She goes up. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not? Like, you don't have to sing as written at the end, especially if you reference her version, okay? So take that mindset of, she knows the melody so well that she can reinvent the melody. But my main point is the tone production. Okay. All right, Franco, for the drums. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just curious. Why are you laughing?
Uh,
Why did you laugh?
That's how it sucks.
I don't think so. Stop that. Okay, the coda didn't swing really hard. It has to swing more, because it's all upbeats. Right? It was a little bit loose. And everybody on their own is swinging, but when you put it all together, it's got to be tight, and it was loose. So I just want to make sure that you know for sure, without my cue, when the coda is happening. They all know because they're playing chord voicings, right? They're playing 2-5-1. Franco, please tell me, what are the 2 chords before you take the coda? You have chords on your chart, right?
D7.
Yeah, and before that one?
Before it's A minor.
So what key are we in, by the way? What's the key of the song? I know you don't have a, do you have a key signature? No, because it's percussion class, but look at the first chord in letter A. Huh? Look at the first chord in letter A. What's that? What's the first chord in letter A? G. That's the key. So A minor D7 is 2-5. If you can learn to hear the progression, the way that people playing it are hearing it, then you're always going to be right with them. You know, I feel like the coda was almost a surprise. But if you hear, let me hear that A again. You took the part that once was my heart. 2-5 coda. And 2 and 4 and 2 and. I know I said the wrong number. You got to feel it coming, right? So the 2-5 sets it up. The main point is just that the ensemble figures have to be tight, and you set that up, I think. Okay? So do a nice setup, like you're on sticks at that point. Ding, ding, da, ding, ding, da, ding, ding, da, ding, 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 da, ding, ding, da, ding, ding, da, ding. 2-5, taka, taka, ta, A setup fill, right? Franco, I don't think you suck. So let me ask you another question. What are you thinking about during your solo? What are you thinking about when you play your solos?
Maybe some melodies.
Good,
or
good.
Play something to respond.
That's the main one, because you're trading. So that makes it easy. So just listen to the last rhythm she does and repeat it. And then do your own rhythm, and then he'll listen to that. And then he'll do his own thing, and you repeat what he did. Repetition is probably the strongest way to build your solo, because then you don't need too many ideas. You can stretch the ideas. Okay, let's go from the top. Man, I'm talking way too much, so I don't know if we have time for 3.
No problem.
Okay, here we go from the top. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't you see I'm not good without you? Take my love and never lose them. Take my arm, I'll never use
almost 1:30. Let's switch. Okay, so Min, the solo was better now. And actually the tone was way better on A and B. One thing I noticed in the Sarah Vaughan solo, she uses her lowest notes too. Not just the melody ranging up. Remember that stuff? So that's the point, it's like use the full range, okay? Yeah. Franco, you missed the coda. You're supposed to set it up, which means 1, 2, 3, daga daga do. Da 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 da. Show me the coda. Oh, you have a rest. I'm sorry. I take it back. You know what the band is playing there? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah. Can you write on that thing? Okay, so 8th rest, 8th note, the whole bar. Okay? I think it'll work better if you do it too. I'm sorry. But what I'm not sorry about is you turn the beat around in your solo. I'm talking about the hi-hat on 1 and 3. Right? He's got a video. So don't post that one. Okay, I think Franco, I'll let you finish writing. Yeah, so set that up, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So you're gonna go 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, 3, da ga da ga da. You know that setup? Yeah, yeah, set it up. Da ga da ga da. Okay, cool. I'll trust you. Another thing is when you go to your fours, your first hi-hat is always missing. And then the timing gets like confusing for the band, I really believe. You're playing usually the same solo every time with triplets, just jugu jugaga jugaga jugu. It's not very melodic. So play less, use more space. Bra, boom, boom, gum, doom. That's a good solo. And if you can do that in step time, like really open the hi-hat more and get more height out of it, right? You're kind of leaving the space in your first bar, and then they don't feel the time unless you're really strong with your hand. So make sure that this is very strong when you start your solo. On 2 and 4, but higher, okay? So the one I want to like point out or share about, I won't reveal it. So I have one in mind, but think about this question, how would you answer? There's no right or wrong answer. Which chord in the overall progression do you think, and it's a very subjective word, do you think you can have the most like provocative scale choice? I'll say it that way.
A7.
Correct. Can you guys please play A7, but don't play like 13 or anything, just play guide tones and you play the open A string. Try a whole tone. A lot of guys, especially like Duke Ellington, they play whole tone on a 2 dominant because it's followed by 2 minor. So it doesn't resolve. Perfect. But then make it really obvious.
Yeah.
You know? Alright. Try whole tone. Okay. Alright, Yemen, you ready? Is that a yes? Okay, great. Let's go from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not good without you. Take my leaves, I'll never lose it. Take my yours, I never use it. Your goodbye left me without the cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You to the party, lost me home, so I know, take all of me. The never did good pay, the better day, the better day, the better day, the better day.
when you sing the melody, I really like your sound. It's like dark and round. It's a good, pleasant sound. Okay. The first half of your solo was interesting in a good way. The second half of the solo was less interesting. So, I think you lost sight of the melody because the first half of the solo is very well organized, singing the melody and just changing variations, but then the second half felt disorganized a little bit. So think about, it's not a one-bar phrase and the next one, right? It should be a long phrase. So sometimes you could just sing with a long note. Okay. What are you thinking about when you solo it?
My feelings.
Yeah, that's good. Think about the band, because they're doing a lot of stuff that you can use to feed your solo. Like, when you end your first 16 bars, she's probably going to play a fill. And that could be the way that you, just listening to the band, that you get your next idea. So instead of your feelings, think about your feelings combined with the band's feelings. Okay. Franco, I loved your first 3 solos. By the way, how many solos do you have in this 32 bar phrase? Correct. The last one, you put the hi-hat on 1. I'm not going to blame you, because it happens, right? The good thing about music is music never hurt anybody. So you're still okay, right? So just make sure that you don't do it again. And then at the ending, I'm going to help you out. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, ga-da-ga-da-ga. After my cue, you did jugu-jugu-jugu-jugu-jugu-jugu. I'm cueing for the empty bar that you wrote the notes, okay? So you kind of moved it, and you fixed it, you ended well, but you played an extra bar. So,
Sorry, what was that?
it's less notes. Maybe we shouldn't do triplets. Let's just do and for and. Okay, so you're gonna go to set up. Show me the bar where you play that. No. You play A minor, you play D, then you go to the coda. You have to skip these 2 bars. So it's not possible to play in these bars, right? So it's going to be 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, ga ga ga, ga ga ga, ga ga ga. Okay. Kellen, I think the best part of the solo this time, compared to before, is the repetition. And that leads to space.
Yeah.
Right? So I think you're listening, which is good. Any other questions? Oh, I have a suggestion. I have some ideas, but do you have any thoughts that you want to share? Okay. My suggestion is change your texture. Have you ever improvised a jazz solo using octaves like this one, Cameron?
Yeah, sure.
So at some point, maybe halfway through, it changes the way you phrase for sure, because you're not going to play the same fast lines that you play with single strings, but it's a welcome sort of like shift in your sound. Okay, so let's go from the top. Here we go. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the same solo.
Okay, great here. All right, guys. So let's take our break now. 15. Actually, no. We have 5 minutes left. So I want to just try one thing to make a point. Okay. But remember, the final exam will be scheduled Thursday. So let me know if you have trouble with that schedule. I'll make it to your request. Franco, nice. You know, I really like the quarter note triplet on the snare, like ding, ding, got, got. That's cool. Do more like that. The one point I want to make is about how you switch to sticks and when you switch to sticks. Because the last two performances, you played a drum fill in bar A, and then you switched to sticks after bar 1, right? I really think bar 1 should be on the cymbal, prepared to play with the sticks. So what that means is, in the last two bars of the vocal solo, first of all, don't play a drum fill. There's no time for that, right? And what I hear a lot of guys do is instead of going staccato on the hi-hat, then they put their heel up and they splash for 4 beats. So we don't miss the hands. And then during that process, they switch, so they come in 1, So let's go from vocal solo. The other reason I want to do that is I think you did the same solo, right? So you composed your solo. Do a different one now. That's all I can ask. Good. That's why you're here in school, to learn, to try your best. So improvise it, okay? I already know your solo. I could predict it, so change it, okay? So let's do vocal solo, then guitar solo, and then we'll just stop. But the point is I want you to splash before letter A. Grab the sticks and be ready for the cymbal, okay? Okay guys, right on the vocal solo. Let me hear you play. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Maybe 2 bars like that, right? To really be comfortable grabbing the sticks. Okay, vocal solo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not an easy modulation to sing by yourself before the chord plays, so watch out for that. And after that, already gone. So next week, 1 guitar, week 10, 2 guitars. And week 11, Thursday, this song, but please don't leave without a copy of this chart, because there's no guarantee you're going to play in the key of G, it might be C.
Next week is 1 or 2 guitars?
Next week is 1.
Okay.
If you have a nylon, bring it. If not, it's okay. So if you get paired with a male singer, most likely they'll sing in C.
Yeah.
So both keys are there.
Yeah.
You got to know the melody. All right, folks.
I'm gonna play the melody.
I think what my format will be for the final is after she sings and takes a solo, then I'm gonna ask every guitarist to actually play the melody, then play their solo. Because it's like I think it's a step towards your solo anyway.
Yeah.
So in both keys, just in case.
Yeah.
And AVA. Yeah, Franco, that sounds great with that transition.